Hi there, welcome to my channel. Today is a very special day. It's March 20th, 2021, and it's Animal Crossing New Horizons' first birthday. I can't believe it's been 1 year already, and yesterday I received an unexpected package and teased it a bit on my community tab on YouTube. It was unexpected but very timely, and it happens to be an Isabelle themed Nintendo Switch controller. I've had this pre-ordered since February, it then became back-ordered for quite some time, and I was supposed to get this on April 1st, but April Fools, I guess. I got it in time for ACNH's 1-year anniversary. First off, the box is great. It's such an improvement from the first wave of PowerA wired controllers, and this is my favorite part right here because we're greeted with Isabelle on the inside, and I just love that little detail. The entire box is so festive, it's fantastic. And there's a little window to see the controller, so I can't wait to open this up and check it out. So the rest of the box shows off the controller in great detail, so if you're the type to buy something off a whim or based off the box only, then this gives you a good preview of what you're getting. So moving on, just a little warning while I get this opened, this controller feature and function wise is exactly the same as the Animal Crossing themed controller that I did sometime in October of last year. So the really nice looking bluish greenish one with all of the little Animal Crossing symbols on it, but this time it just happens to be Isabelle themed, and there's the reveal. It looks so vibrant and nice, and I'm glad that the camera is picking up the pop of the yellow on this controller. So there was some documentation, but I'm really familiar with it, so after we go through this controller and look at it very closely, I'll show off the 3.5mm headphone jack, and I'll show off how to map the back buttons. So for those interested, I've left some timestamps in the description. So this controller is wired. It's such a shame that it isn't wireless, but it does come with a very long cable that matches the controller's color. So the cable is a standard micro USB to USB-A, and it's about 10 feet long, or for my international viewers, about 3 meters. So with that, Sugarberry Smash and I have always dreamt of having an Isabelle themed controller, and as soon as I saw this for pre-order on Amazon, I had to get it. So long story short, that's the reason why I got another Animal Crossing wired controller, because look at that. Look at Isabelle's detail, look at the controller color, everything is so festive. It's so Animal Crossing New Horizons, and I love how Isabelle is featured. Look how cute she is. But just like the other wired controller, all of the buttons are very clicky. Even the shoulder buttons, they're very clicky, and this is a usual theme for a controller within this price range, usually the budget controllers. But what it lacks in a premium feel, it does have some cool features such as back buttons that you can map and a headset jack on the bottom of the controller. I mainly bought this because if you're new to my channel, you may not know this, but I'm a huge Animal Crossing fan, and it's just another controller to add to my collection. But price-wise, this is very budget-friendly at $24.99 on Amazon, so if anyone out there is looking for a secondary controller, something other than Joy-Cons to play your games, then this is a great step up from Joy-Cons, and as mentioned, it makes a great backup controller. So build-wise, it doesn't feel premium at all, and I've said this about these wired PowerA controllers in the past, but what I've never done is weigh one of these controllers on camera, and in my other Animal Crossing controller video, I mentioned that these controllers are very light. So you saw that it's not even half a pound, it's barely a quarter of a pound. And for those who are more into kilograms, it's like 0.13 kilograms. So this controller is very light, but there's the 3.5mm headset jack, and that will be tested momentarily. But let me just click a few of these buttons for you so y'all can just hear how clicky this is. It's responsive when I've used the other one on Splatoon or Mario Kart, so it's not a bad controller. But for those of you out there who don't like controllers that feel plastic-like and just very clicky, then this may not be for you. But if you're a huge Animal Crossing fan, specifically an Isabelle fan like Sugarberry Smash and myself, we've overlooked those things mainly because we just love Isabelle that much. But with that, let me get everything set up and plugged in. We'll try out the 3.5mm jack, and then I'll show y'all how to map these buttons, and then we'll go from there. But let me get my Switch turned on, and let me get this plugged in to the dock. So here's one major difference in comparison to the other Animal Crossing controller. There's actually a little groove on the micro USB cable and on the controller, so there's no way to insert the micro USB cable incorrectly, unless you're like a super strong person and just mash that cord in there. But anyway, so far everything is working properly. I have the controller turned on, it's receiving power, it's controlling the game, but let me just try out the 3.5mm jack real quick and plug in a headset just to show off that it works. So I have my Pikachu Gold headset right here. The game audio is being heard through the TV, and as soon as I plug this in, it should change the primary output to the headset. and there it is. Nothing's being heard through the TV anymore. So let me try to get the headset as close as possible to my phone's microphone. I'm not using a lavalier mic today, but I just want to show that the sound output is going through the headset, and you can adjust the sound through this headset obviously by twisting the knob on the side. And I advanced the game menu to Isabelle's intro announcement, so here's a little sample of the headset sound. So sorry, that wasn't the best experiment, but if you want to hear a better version of that experiment, just check out the video from my first Animal Crossing controller, and you can see that I put both of my lavaliers near the headset so you can actually hear it way better. So if you want to see that one, the link and timestamp will be in the description below. So moving on though, here's a little test of the buttons just to show that each one is functional, and then we'll get to mapping, and I'll do a little tutorial how to do that and how to reset the mapping. So if you want those back buttons to not be functional anymore, I'll show that off as well too. So I'm just going back inside the house to test out the right analog stick, but everything is functional and everything is working, and it's very responsive. So let me get to the programming of the back buttons, and all you have to do is press that program button for 2 to 3 seconds until it starts flashing. Press whichever button you want to map, and then you press it to whichever paddle you want to match it to. It's that simple. I programmed it as X, and that should be the backpack. So here's what it looks like when you press X, opens the backpack, and then now the back button should open the backpack. The same process goes for the other paddle on the left hand side, and I'll set that as the right trigger for the reactions button in Animal Crossing New Horizons. So I'll speed this up just a little bit, but we'll get to see that right now. So everything is set up, and for those who want to disable the back button mapping and just set it back to default to where they're not set to anything, all you do is hold that back button, that 2 to 3 seconds, or that center program button for 2 to 3 seconds. It'll start flashing, and then you're going to press it again for about 5 seconds, and it should reset everything. So once the flashing light is stationary, everything is back to the original default mode, and those back buttons no longer do anything. And it's that simple. So this controller has the same functions and features as the first Animal Crossing wired controller that I featured on this YouTube channel back in October, and everything is pretty much the same except for the wonderful Isabelle design on this controller. So for those of you interested, I'll leave a link down below to Amazon or PowerA to where you can get this controller, but other than that, that's pretty much it. I'm just really happy that today is Animal Crossing's 1-year-old birthday. Happy birthday to Animal Crossing New Horizons. I love this controller, I love the game, so expect more Animal Crossing content coming your way soon, as well as my other usual content. And I'm just really happy that y'all came by to visit me today. So for those of you who may be interested in more videos from my channel, feel free to check out these others that have probably popped up by now, along with my new huge shout out to these wonderful channel members portion of my little outro. So if you want to be a part of this special little list and see my other channel perks, make sure to check out that join button located down below. Other than that, feel free to subscribe. I'll see you all soon. Please stay safe out there. Bye.